Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach here, and for today's Soul Aligned Manifestation Abundance live stream show, I wanted to talk about what are your power words and how that's going to really help you in your life and business, and basically why would that be? Why are you struggling with your messaging because you don't know your power words? So I think like the first thing that you need to understand is that when you are aligning to your unique gift and your divine nature, you will struggle a lot with speaking directly to your people, to your tribe, and your messaging can be totally off, and you don't even know it until like nobody's buying and nobody's like following you, and you feel like you're just talking to the wall. And seriously, that means that you have messaging problems. I remember when I decided to really shift my audience towards, from beginners and more into leaders, and really directly talking to healers and leaders and, real business owners or business coaches, and really niche down that way. I felt like I didn't know what the hell I was saying. And it was the most hardest part because I was just like, well, I think like I'm talking to them. But honestly, if you're not doing it every day, you're not self-expressing this part of you, it doesn't translate all the time. Especially when you're just doing a value post, or you're posting in other people's Facebook groups, or you're doing a live streams and stuff like that. If it's not to the point of that person, it doesn't resonate with them. And then they're just like, wow, that was cool. I learned a lot. That was nice. But then they don't buy, right? So I think people are really struggling with this because they don't know their unique soul's words. And this is what I actually channel for you. It's I look at what your main divine gift is, and looking at all of your different levels of your blueprints so that we can actually pinpoint the exact words and phrases that really resonates from you at soul level, and how is that going to translate into your everyday conversations in your life and your business. I've noticed that when you use that also in your personal life, your communication with your partner, your intimate partner, gets much easier. You feel much more at ease about talking. I think like people feel really afraid of talking because they don't know what they want to share. But I can tell you, when you know your main gift, you're like, yeah, if I'm divine power, I'm going to talk about empowering everybody, right? I'm just going to talk about different ways that can inspire people and stuff like that, right? If you're a divine order, you'll be talking about how the heck you're going to create all these systems and structures that really resonates to, the person that really needs that help, whether it's your family or your friends. You just will communicate better. And when you don't have those particular soul words, you feel like you're just throwing shit at the wall. Like literally, that's what it felt like in the beginning when I was learning about what my soul was and how to speak it out. That was the hardest part. The self-expression is the hardest part. Even though you know your soul words, like honestly, like if you don't use it every day, it's just like, when you learn a new language, like you just don't know how to speak. You just like talk in slang, or you're using like small little words and stuff like that. So I really want you to start thinking about, okay, what is your main soul's energy? What do you stand for? That unique energy is what's going to actually resonate to the exact people that you're going to be talking to, right? Number one is they will start to follow you. So, it'll be the difference between you get one or two people, listening to your live stream, or like however you're doing it every day, and the messaging that's coming through you through your words is going to go directly to that person's soul, and they feel it. They're like, oh my gosh, she's talking to my soul. I don't know what she's talking about, but I feel it. Every time, whenever I get on a live stream, that's all my people talk about. They say, oh my god, like I feel like you were talking to my soul. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that actually means to me, but like I know like we resonate. And that's actually what you need. You need people to actually feel deep in their soul that you are talking directly to them. Not because you're using some fancy words or some cool language, but because it deep within your soul and their soul, you're connecting, and it just feels so normal, like you're just doing it normally, right? So your power words are so key. Like if you use that, it actually honestly takes me like 30 minutes to an hour to actually just say each of your power words, your soul words. And honestly, I'm very bad at writing it down. I channel it on a recording. But when you know those words, your messaging would just get so clear. You feel really happy. And the most number one thing is you being happy, right? About speaking your truth. And the messaging that's going to come through is just going to make sense. It's going to resonate directly to that person, and they will just start buying, right? So use that unique power words, I'm telling you, right? If you're about self-expression, talk about that over and over and over again, and think about even going to the source. I go into the source just to look up some words that really going to resonate, because I only know love and healing and connection. That's like the only words that I know that resonate to my soul. So I'm going to speak that out to my people, right? So look at what is that unique words, like even the 5 words that you're going to continuously say over and over again until they finally get it. Oh my God, I need to buy from her. She just totally resonates with me. And they're going to do everything possible to go and make the money so that they can work with you, right? That's the difference. That's what I mean about your power words and your soul words, right? Hi, Robin. I'm glad that you're catching me live. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Jen. Hi, Hiria. Hi, Pollyanna, my love. She's saying, I totally talked about this today in my group too, and the power words are so important. Yes. Yes. Pollyanna is good at words, so she knows what I'm talking about. So remember, never forget who you are. Your unique nature, your energetic signature is who you are at soul level. And it's going to just make it so much easier for you people to just start talking with them. Like you just like a normal conversation. Even on your live streams like this, like, or if you're just going on video and stuff like that, you're going to feel it in your heart, in your soul. There is a real difference when you're using your power words, your soul words. Your soul words, like you feel really warm inside. You actually get really hot, and you feel really like inside all of your psychic gifts is really, really activated, and you're just like channeling these like amazing words coming through your mouth. And at the end of the live stream or video or whatever you're doing, you're like, oh my God, that was amazing. I don't even know what I said. But that was really cool. I want to keep doing this over and over again. So make sure that that messaging is super clear. And I can tell you in Pollyanna also, she's amazing at messaging. So go and work with her. If you can really pinpoint those particular things, you will feel in your heart and soul like it's just normal. Like it took me a while to actually understand how the heck to talk from my soul's voice, because that authenticity inside, it takes trial and error. And I remember in the beginning when I was talking in my videos, like I was stuttering with certain words because I was like, I know I need to talk about love and healing. I know I'm supposed to talk about this, but then I was like, that's not even like pinpointing the person. So you actually need to say particular phrases and words that gets people to say, yes, I know what she's talking about. I need that. I need to know more. And so your belief and confidence in yourself actually grows when you're clear about that, about your power words and your messaging in that way. So that takes a lot of market research, but also if you're allowing yourself to be this bigger archetype of what your soul is designed to be. This is your highest psychic gift archetype. Actually, I learned how to get into the highest Akasha records recently. And what I found is when you align to that part of your psychic gifts, it's like your most expansive nature, like it's just so normal. Like you're using that every day. Like you're channeling your spirit guides, or you're doing coaching in a way that you actually can ping exactly what the problem is and the root of the problem and what people are experiencing. And you just have this access to that point. And every time when you talk and you speak and your messaging just gets super, super, super clear. So that's what I did actually recently. And I was like, whoa, oh my God, like if everybody knew this information about their blueprints in this way and the way that they're speaking to their people, it's going to be so much easier. And you're going to feel so much more in alignment with everything, every particular things that you're saying. So like, for example, like I learned for me, like I am growing into more into my sacred space abilities. And that's not just only like doing group programs or stuff like that. Like I actually have to learn how to hold a bigger capacity. So one of the ways that I saw that was like, oh, okay, I own the whole big island of Maui, right? Like I am the embodiment of Maui, and I'm holding a bigger space. And then later on, I'm going to hold a bigger space for all US, and holding a bigger space, right, for humanity's voice. So when you're at that higher active, part of your gifts, your vision and your words are they're going to actually mesh together. You're going to actually feel that all of that is all coming together, and you're like, oh my God, this feels so good. It's not even only feels good, but the people are actually start buying. That it's becoming more and more abundant, right? Hi, Brenda. Hi, Rick. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Renee. Hi, Dee. Hi, Elizabeth. I totally, you see what I'm saying, right? Like your people are going to say, woo, God, I never knew like coaching could be so freaking awesome. Like what you just said, like blow my mind, right? That means you are in complete alignment to who you are. Like I remember like now that I'm doing group coaching in my program, in a very intense fashion, I noticed that my voice was just so crystal clear. Like, oh my God, like you're doing this wrong. Like you should do it like this way. You're aligning to the wrong thing. Why are you going towards that? And it's just so easy. I want you to have that capacity that your words just speak directly to the soul of your people. And you can't really do that until you really step into your leadership that way. I really truly want you to see that. So this is why I'm making my Activate Your Highest Psychic Gifts group program, because I saw that if you align to that unique blueprint of your archetype, your unique highest psychic gifts, that, and you do soul line manifestation, you're actually doing, there's actually a method that I created, a system that I created to help you to activate your highest psychic gifts on top of that, and you put that all together. And like that's going to be your foundation, your platform to bring that soul words and your messaging out to your people. It's just going to be crystal clear. So on November 1st, I'm starting that program. So if you've been meaning to bring out all of that unique words and the phrases and like really talking and stepping into your leadership that way, it's going to work. I can tell you, like the way that you manifest, it's going to happen like every 2 days. That is just amazing. So anyway, I have lots of testimonials on that, and I would like to share with you guys that too at some point. But I really want you to see that this capacity that you're working at right now is so tiny compared to the bigger amount of your vision, your version of what you are going to be doing. Will just make sense. So at the bottom, I'm going to just leave my link there so you guys can check that out and see if you want to join my program. I had my webinar yesterday, so if you haven't been able to get the replay and you would like to, just comment below and then I'll give you access to the replay. Because honestly, what I talked about is revolutionary. It's a way of using your expansive, psychic gifts, taking that archetype, using every day your soul line manifestation method, and bam, you start getting opportunities after opportunities, one after another. All right, well, I hope that inspired you. I hope you got to see a newer version of actually what you actually need to step into. What your soul power words are going to do for you is going to actually really skyrocket your business. And I'm hoping that, you will see that new potential, and like that's going to be your new normal, right? Like I want that to be your new normal. Like you just soul to soul speak to your people and everybody just loves you. they wave hands at you, they, you know, they're liking everything you do, and you know, wherever you post and stuff like that, they even like tag you. That is actually how you know you're in soul alignment, is when people are starting to tag you and say like, oh, you got to work with her because she knows about that exact thing, right? That's who you're meant to be. That's your most expanded version. It's honestly the most natural thing for people to see, oh, she's an expert in that, go work with her, right? That's because your messaging has to be super clear and is directly to their soul. All right, well, I love you all, and I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Bye.